this really the secret to Tim Henson's genius guitar sound, or is it just another gimmick? I'm diving deep into Tim Henson's signature Fishman pickups to uncover what, if anything, makes the new 7-string version so special. Can changing your pickups really transform your playing, or do they make no difference whatsoever? If you've ever wanted to elevate your sound, but you've never understood why guitarists even bother changing their pickups, then you're in the right place. And trust me, with these pickups, I'll uncover the unique features, the impact they have on your guitar tone, if any, and the reality of what it's actually like to change your own guitar pickups. Will these pickups actually live up to the Tim Henson hype, or should you in fact save your money? Well, I suppose I better find out. But wait just a second. Who even is Tim Henson, and why would you want to sound like him anyway?
Tim Henson is the trailblazing guitarist behind Polyphia, a band that's been redefining the boundaries of guitar music. Since their inception, Polyphia has been known for their innovative fusion of progressive metal with genres like jazz, electronic, and hip hop. Their sound is a melting pot of technical skill and genre blending creativity. The band's evolution is a fascinating journey. Starting with technical metal, Polyphia quickly expanded their horizons. Albums like Renaissance and New Levels New Devils saw them integrating electronic elements and experimental sounds, showcasing their growth and versatility as artists. Tim Henson's approach to guitar playing is integral to Polyphia's sound. Known for his intricate finger tapping, complex chord structures and fluid solos, Henson combines classical techniques with modern metal. His playing is not just technically sophisticated, but also highly expressive, pushing the boundaries of what is possible on the guitar. What makes Henson's style so unique is his innovative use of effects and tonal manipulation. He employs a wide range of effects, from ambient delays to aggressive distortions, crafting a sonic landscape that's both rich and dynamic. This versatility is a hallmark of Polyphia's genre-blending sound. Henson's inspirations play a significant role in shaping his sound. He has cited guitarists like Tosin Abasi and Alan Holdsworth as major influences. Abasi's technical prowess and Holdsworth's complex legato techniques have clearly impacted Henson's approach, contributing to his ability to play with such speed and precision. As for how Henson achieves his lightning-fast playing, it's a combination of technique and practice. His technique is built on a strong foundation of classical training, allowing him to execute complex patterns and fast passages with remarkable clarity. Emulating Henson's sound involves more than just replicating his techniques. It's about understanding the approach he takes when using his gear to create a distinctive sonic signature. His style is a blend of technical mastery, creative exploration, and inspiration from other guitar legends. In the next segment, we'll dive into the specific gear that helps shape Henson's sound, focusing on how his choice of pickups and other equipment contributes to his overall signature tone.
What secrets lie behind Tim's unique sound? And how can these pickups help you replicate that? Chasing tone of your guitar idols can be frustrating. I know I've tried lots. Throughout my whole life of playing guitar, I wanted to sound like Metallica or Pantera. That's been a struggle because both of those bands have used many different products throughout their careers, and they use lots and lots and lots of them, and they're really rare and really expensive. But even when you spend your whole life collecting all their amps and all the guitars they used and all the pedals, there's something that's still quite missing. But what if I told you that the secret sauce to all of this you've been missing this whole time are your pickups? I remember when I was first starting out and I had my Schecter C1 Diamond series, it had Duncan design pickups in it. I wanted to sound like my idol, Dimebag Darrell. So I ordered a Dimebucker from America, cost an absolute fortune, got my dad to get someone to fit it in there for me, then my mum poked her head around the door and said, "Sounds the same to me." But for anyone who doesn't have cotton wool in their ears, they would notice changing the pickups makes a huge difference. I'm a huge fan of tweaking my guitars, and I'm a big advocate of changing the pickups out. If I don't like the sound, the first thing to go are the pickups. Now I've got some friends, naming no names, Jesse, who like to keep everything the same to increase the resale value. Whereas I in fact destroy all my guitars and take all the pickups and the hardware out, which in fact destroys the resale value. I do that because I buy guitars because I love playing them, not just to resell them and keep the value. Sorry Jesse. So I don't mind taking them apart and tinkering with all the hardware, especially the pickups. And the reason for that is, over the years, I figured out what tone I like best, and the best way to achieve that in all my many guitars is to change out the pickups. So I've actually been a massive fan of Polyphia for a few years. I love their tone, but if I'm honest, it's something I've never actually chased, and I've never tried to replicate the Polyphia tone myself. These pickups are the 7-string edition of the really successful 6-string edition that also came in black and white, and I'm going to be putting them in my trusty Ibanez RG1527. I've had the guitar for a few years now, so I know how it sounds, so I'm actually really intrigued to see how much of a difference these pickups will make in my Ibanez 7-string. I also want to see if they actually make me want to play that guitar more. I've always struggled with 6-string and 7-string pickups because I found that the 6-string variant sounds great and I love it. Then I get the 7-string variant of the same exact pickup and it doesn't sound great and I don't in fact love it. So let's see. Do the Tim Henson 7-string Fishman pickups sound just as good as the 6-string ones? And will I be keeping them in my Ibanez RG1527?
So first, I took them to my guitar tech to help me get these installed. These pickups require soldering, so I always take them to an expert to help me out as I can't do it myself. You also can do damage to both the guitar and the pickups if you aren't experienced, so be aware of that if you're trying to do a pickup change for the first time. First things first, take out the old pickups. Now it's usually as simple as take out the old ones, put in the new ones, solder, hey presto. You might have noticed, hang on a second, Jamie's left that green one in the middle. Is he soldering that one in too? No, I'm not. It's purely there just for decoration. But wait, in typical Jamie Slaves fashion, things didn't go to plan. It was not simple at all.
This is why! Look at that. The Fishman ones are like double the size almost. So just please be aware, they may not instantly fit in your guitar, especially if you're using a direct mount guitar like I was. You probably need to use one that has pickup rings on it, like this one, because pickup ring guitars have larger cavities which generally allow for bigger pickups with more depth. So just bear that in mind. If you're going to put pickups in your guitar, speak to a luthier or a guitar tech just to double check that these pickups will fit.
I was devastated. They didn't fit. What am I going to do now? If I'm honest, I did have a slight panic attack. So I guess we had to get the drill out. And to make matters worse, this guitar is a rare, one-of-a-kind Richard Faye Swirl number 14. But I had no other option. I don't have any other 7-string guitars to put them in, so once we got the drill out, and we very carefully chipped away at that paintwork, we realised there was about 2 to 3 millimeters of paint that we had to get rid of just to get to the bare wood. So to be honest, I can't solely blame the pickups. It might have just been this specific guitar that had too much paint, and that's why they didn't fit. Then after that, it was as simple as following the soldering diagram provided and then restring and tune. This is why, after so many failed attempts over the years, I go to an experienced pro. I definitely couldn't have done this on my own. I don't even have the tools, let alone the patience. I'd probably recommend dropping them off with a local guitar tech or luthier, and then they can deal with all the stressful bits while you're not there.
Here they are. They're in. They look great. Like I said earlier, I'm really intrigued to see how different they make the guitar sound. Tim Henson has some really innovative and unique things that he likes to do when he writes music. One of those being that he uses nylon acoustics all the time, and they're in here too. I'd actually say it's super valuable having these in a 7-string rather than a 6-string, because I think I'd find it quite difficult to find a 7-string acoustic guitar. But now I've got them in here, I've got 3 voicings in just one guitar. I love Polyphia, and these pickups sound great. But of course they do. They're tailored to their playing, their sound, and everything about them. As much as I love them, I don't really have the time to spend thousands of hours trying to play better guitar just like Polyphia. But that doesn't mean I don't like these pickups. I think these pickups will be beneficial to any guitarist arsenal, because I've only got one 7-string, but now, with these pickups in there, it's pretty much like I've got 3 with all the multiple voicings. have a problem when I'm recording songs that I don't know what guitar to use for clean, what guitar to use for leads, and then I've got to find acoustics and mic them up and all that kind of stuff. With this guitar, all of that technology is built into it, and all I have to do is flick these switches or pull up this one here. It's that simple. First impressions. Initially, I was a bit skeptical as to how they would sound. Tim Henson is a hot name right now, and it's easy just to slap his name on something and everyone just wants to buy it. But now after playing them, I am actually pleasantly surprised. These sound incredible. And like I said, they add so much to my guitar, they make it sound like 3 different guitars just in one. So I think it's amazing having a 7-string guitar with all that diversity and those unique innovations built into it with just one set of pickups. So I'm really excited to get stuck into these and see how Tim Henson's unique innovation can inspire me to make new music. I definitely prefer these to what I had in there before. I really do think changing pickups makes a huge difference. I really enjoy playing a guitar with these new pickups in it because it also has so much variety with all the split positions and the different tonal voices and the cool nylon stuff. Love that, couldn't do that before. And I'm glad that I've changed them, although the colourway now looks different and I liked the way it looked before, these definitely sound better, and it means that I'll use my 7-string more often because I pretty much before this haven't used it for like 2 years. I'm really excited to get stuck into these in the future and see how much they change my songwriting, my music recording, the songs that I make. All of the extra features are going to be absolutely immense for making new music. So if you're in the market for some upgrades to your 7-strings, then you should definitely check out the new Tim Henson 7-string Fishman pickups.